Okay. So I can't play the music, but Dwight Howard and my sis Amy Luciani world then tied the Nizai stupid ass. Let me just tell y'all right now. This tracks. This tracks. She said, I was enjoying you so much out of the public eye, but here we are. Thank you for bringing me back to the word. Anything I say or fuss about, first thing you say is, did you pray about it? Then I realized I hadn't been praying much lately at all. I'm just thankful, happy, and ready for everything that's coming our way. I prayed real deep on a Thursday, not knowing 2 days later God would send me a Bible toting tattooed giant with the same heart as me. Thank you. Okay. Okay. It's tracks. It tracks. And the reason why it tracks is because she is so thirsty that I feel like she'll literally accept anything from a man as long as it comes in a certain wrapping. And I think that he comes in a certain wrapping. So it tracks. But I will say this. There have been way too many things said about him, and I'm not even talking about him being bisexual. I don't give a fuck about that. I think it's great that she doesn't mind being with a bisexual man. That way he doesn't have to oppress who he is. And he can be who he is and be in a relationship with her for however long that works out. You know, they gonna get married, girl, I guess. Um, but y'all, the things that happen with Royce and their son are things that I cannot get out of my head as it pertains to Dwight. I also feel like Dwight is one of those men that uses his money to use the court systems to abuse women that he's been in relationships with. The things that Royce said, and y'all don't get me wrong, I know Royce don't always seem like the most sane person herself, but I also feel like she seemed way more sane years ago. And I feel like as time goes on, when people are dealing with certain types of abuse or abusive relationships, or just over time period, your mental will get worse and worse and worse. She seemed a little bit more reliable and sure of herself back in the day than she does now. Um but Amy doesn't have any children. So that's a good thing. um but I absolutely am looking at this situation like, if this is the case, I really hope that he's not who we kind of think he is. We hope he's not. And we hope that this actually works out for y'all and that y'all can actually be happy. But what's probably more so true than not is that Amy is thirsty enough to be with a man who has some fucking issues. And throwing the Bible around, like, he's a sexual deviant. And that's like no disrespect, but I always find it scary when somebody is throwing the Bible around, but they're also known to be abusive in certain respects. And they're also known for having threesomes with men and trans women and not telling the men that the trans women were going to be there. Like, whatever the situation, because I think they said that the gay guy lied about all of that. I kind of low key feel like, maybe not. But something about the way he rolls, the way Dwight Howard rolls, is just, it's giving, okay, girl. We'll see how this works out. We'll see how this works out. But let's not forget, Amy Luciani, is thirsty for a man. So that, there's that. She can act like she not, but what we've seen of her on a reality show, she looks thirsty for a man. Okay. The fact, yeah, you was just flirting with Scrappy, and we know it was all for TV. But even the fact that you would play yourself out like that for a TV show is wow. So yeah, you willing to play yourself out. So moving on.